Hello everybody, welcome to another video. We start this one off with a cyclist coming towards us that's going to show us a very different technique of how to turn right and avoiding the red light at the same time. Okay, we're back on the Mad Mile, which is a 60 mile an hour speed limit, so that van should not be out there doing about 40. It encourages people to do this. Two wrongs don't make a right, obviously, but it's a mile long, hence the name the Mad Mile, which the locals call it. You've got plenty of time to get over to the right hand side if you're turning right at the junction up here. As you can see, the van doesn't overtake anything. It gets nowhere near the 60 mile an hour speed limit, so it should have been over to the left. He does, however, turn right, and I have seen him drive down this road in the outside lane and not turn right. This one is the one that undertook him. He got a long way, didn't he? I don't know why he didn't undertake this lot as well. Now, people get confused over this sign here, this right turn only sign. Is it confusion, or I'm not going to wait in that big long queue that I'm waiting in? I'm going to go to the front and just drive straight. And for once, they're not worn out signs. Look at them, they look quite new as well. So no excuse. Now in this one, we're looking at a car that's just going to pull straight out from the left hand side here. No hesitation. I'm not sure if she even bothered to look. But have a look at her driving down here. I'm automatically thinking you're on the phone. To do what you just done and then go over to the left in a minute, over the lines, and then back out and almost hit the grass verge, and then back into the central position. She is turning right, which is why she's out there. Obviously there's going to be no indication. I didn't see her phone as I went past, so maybe she's just pissed. Or she could just be a bad driver maybe. Roadworks. We come to Roadworks, the good old British roadworks, and how people deal with having a bit of traffic to work out what they're going to do, their manoeuvres and everything else that they've got to figure out. You can't sit in traffic and just wait like a normal person. You've got to try and get that edge, get one in front. Now for me, this is a red light. The car in front now, for me, should wait. Its front wheels might be over that stop line, but you know it's red. Wait. It's still a red light though, mate. Regardless of roadworks, it's still a red light that you just gone through here. It is amazing how people just cannot sit behind another car and wait in a queue. The British were famous for doing it, but now we don't seem to be that good at doing that. Especially if you can get in front of one car, just one car. We're looking at the car in front of us. We're also looking at that sign, which basically says that the inside lane, the lane 1, is going to be the one that's blocked. I've got a car to my left hand side that seems to be making a third lane. If you can just see it to the left hand bottom of the screen there. For some reason seems to think it's 3 lanes there. Obviously you've got the scooters doing what they do. And now you've got the car in front of me, the 4x4, wanting to come out of the lane. Well, that's fair enough because there is a left turn here. Maybe it's opting out, wants to go and take the left turn. But no, it has to go straight down to the front. Not very fast, so I'll speed it up. And then it's sort of like, oh, that's where the traffic jam is it? That's what's causing it. You must have seen the sign. You're in the same bloody position I was. So it got in front of one car. Well done. Yeah. So we've gone to the rear camera now and we'll see some other nonsense that was going on behind me. Now, behind this Tesla there's a BMW just pulling out. That is also making a third lane. We got 2 lanes going into one, and yet people are making 3 lanes. There is no 3 lanes here. Now I tried to explain why I think this should have been a merging turn, but not for that Discovery to go down and fill up the road. They should have been coming from that lane there. Anyone that's coming from that lane fills up the road. We stay in this lane here. So we got two lanes coming from two different roads, if you know what I mean. And we then filter in further up the road. But not for the Discovery to get into the wrong lane to go one car. And as you can see, this car behind me now, it was in that lane and it moved over a bit too early. But it's distracted for some reason. Can you imagine why? Look at the gap it's left behind me. The head down. Now it's going to have a little look. Surely you must have been able to see that. But you wouldn't have been able to see it with your head down looking at your fucking phone now, would ya? It's so simple, traffic and driving and everything, but people make it bloody so hard. Now in this clip we're looking at the left hand side pavement. There's something on there that shouldn't be on there. Yeah, him. It doesn't make it easy for the car to look round him as well as the sun in his eyes. And if we go to the rear camera in a second, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's on the phone as well. You couldn't make this shit up. You can't have someone stupid on a bike without following it with a stupid pedestrian. A nice drive in the country. What can mess it up? Yeah, a bloody idiot. That's what can. This guy here, he can see me coming a mile away. He's looking straight at me. But it still pulls out, makes it difficult. Now, people will say, well, why not let him out? Fuck him, is what I say. Reverse. You can see me. You're pulling out. First thing you do is pull out and get in someone's way. Wait, you moron. And if we go to the rear camera, it wasn't just me. He still doesn't move back. Sticks his nose out and the other car actually waits for him to come out. Stupid, I wouldn't do it. No way. Now as we come round this bend here, there's a car coming towards us and I'm not 100% sure if it's on the phone or it's just having a good old think. This blue car coming, he's got his hand up by his mouth there, but I don't know, I can't see the phone. I think he's just having a bit of a think. Now if you've got a pretty big car, find a better place to do a 3-point turn. It's not on a main road, but it's a pretty small road and it's a pretty big car. And normally, if you keep people waiting, show some acknowledgement to them. Say, thanks for waiting, sorry, a little wave, a smile, nothing. Absolutely nothing. See the sign? Can you see the sign? Wakey wakey, hands off Snakey. Now as I pull up behind this guy, I'm going to turn the radio on to what I was listening to, but I have a certain feeling that this guy was listening to the same thing.
But here comes Sebastian Vettel. He's neck and neck with Lewis Hamilton. Vettel is alongside and ahead. On a breast going into the Cobb. Vettel ahead of Hamilton, ahead of Perez.
It's only a 30-mile-an-hour road. So how many of you know the 2-car rule? I'm going to show you at this junction and you'll see how it works and how it doesn't work at this junction. What we're looking at is 2 right turns coming from both directions, the left and the right. One side does it correctly and one side doesn't. Now the whole idea of the 2-car rule is you have 2 cars in there and so someone else can turn right. You don't block it up. As soon as you put a 3rd car in there, no one can turn right, and that applies to both sides. So it's called the 2-car rule. So you just can't turn right there. And normally in this situation, the person that doesn't know the rule is the one with the mouth. The one that's got it wrong is the one with the mouth who's giving it plenty of to everyone else, and they're the one that's caused the problem. And in this case, it will be this car here, because the other side actually gets it spot on, and I mean spot on. So the ones that are coming from that side get it correct, and the ones coming from this side obviously get it completely wrong. So that's enough graphics for now, and me making out I know what I'm talking about. So we'll start the clip here. Now the first thing you need to look out for is the car in front. The first car, this one here, it hasn't gone far enough, so no one can get past it, never mind anything else. It eventually moves up. Now if you look over to the right, you'll see the Mini has stopped before entering the yellow box junction and can see the lights. This car here is the problem. The mouth from the south driving it as well isn't too great neither. That's the one causing all the problems, and you can't see it at the moment, but she's gesturing like it's everyone else's fault. And when I'll zoom it in a minute, and you can see what she was doing. She was doing the circle round the head motion like the people around her are mad. No, that's you that's caused this. She's pointing and waving and all that, and then you see that circle thing round her head, as if everyone was mad. Oh dear. Well, that's the 2-car rule anyway. Almost. Now for some reason it reminded me of this. Almost. It's professional driver time now. Not the one in front. Same car, same colour even. As we come round this bend here, you'll see someone that... well... I don't even know how to explain it other than it's bloody stupid. This one here has just spotted its fare. Oh, you are fucking kidding me. For fuck's sake. So I'll speed it up here now, because we are not that far away from that crossing. That pedestrian crossing that is on the channel quite a lot, because people in Sutton are obviously coloured blind, or they don't give a shit. This one here, there's a person behind it as well that does the same thing. I don't know if it's a kid or not, I don't know. But you can see the colour of the lights are green. Oh, there's so many fucking stupid people about. And we're coming up to this junction as well that's always on the channel. For some strange reason, people don't seem to know what that sign there means. Oh, obviously, if you look in your mirror, you can tell which car's going to do it. The one that's trying to get round the outside of everyone. The apprenticed BMW driver. There it goes. And it's so obvious. The Mini just looks so like it's going to cut straight across everyone. It's edging forward, and it's going to just cut straight across everyone because it's self-entitled bastard. Yeah, there it goes. And on that note, that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.